Oh, a little warm-up first, I think. There's two Ebola virus on a statue, and one says, "Oh God, it's not trying to get blood over stone, isn't it?" What's this? Well, that's Rolf Harris outside the school gates. It's funny actually talking about alpha males. I remember Dad saying, "Son, what do you want to be when you grow up?" I said, "Dad, I want to be an alpha male." He said, "Shut up, you little sissy." What do you call a long line of children in bespoke, tailor-made suits outside an office at BBC? That's Savile Row. Anyway, hello everyone. A few of my work colleagues are going to come tonight. My wife's over there, so I'm really looking forward to like a little bit of the action. I'll meet you in the bathroom when we get home. A few of my work colleagues, they've had tattoos. They've been going giving each other a bit of support, and I was sort of thinking about having a tattoo, and I thought, well, what should I have? And I thought I could be like a computer programmer who has "Remember Me" on his schlong, and then it turns into a memory stick. But that's not for me. And then there's the gay chap who had Rocky Marciano, I'm Tyson on each buttock, and of course his partner said, I'm not getting in the ring between those two. Of course, people had mum and dad, son, daughter, that sort of thing. I mean, if you're an IVF child, you have a petri dish and a microscope. I kind of envisaged the creator of IVF therapy, remembering his childhood. Oh, I used to love Easter egg hunts. I used to love running around the house with a magnifying glass and a pair of tweezers. And a microphone even. Felt off. I turned myself off then. If I was to turn myself on, would that involve inserting the microphone somewhere? Purely accidental. I mean, you have mum, dad, you have the names of these children, your grandchildren, or your nan and granddad. Why don't you say, well, you can have ancestors, descendants, or take the ancestors to the logical conclusion and have primordial amino acids and high energy ultraviolet radiation. Anyway, there was a question I was going to answer tonight, and it's this. There's two guys that pick up a mermaid, two fishermen. They pull the mermaid into the boat, and the mermaid sort of looks at them, they look at the mermaid, and one of the guys throws the mermaid back in. And the other guy looks at him and says, "Why? How?" And I'm going to answer that question later on. How do you make love to a mermaid? Well, but before that, talking about evolution and life and that sort of thing, I was thinking about dolphins. I came to a realisation about dolphins a while ago. I thought, well, a dolphin, it's like that, isn't it? It's got the blowhole on its neck, and I thought, well, we're all mammals. What other mammal has got a bloody hole in the middle of its neck that it breathes through? And then it occurred to me, well, it's its nostril, isn't it? What we think of as the dolphin's face or its head is actually the bit between its lip and the top of its nose. It's got one big, whales and dolphins have got one big nostril, which is why now when I look at dolphins, I always think of Whitney Houston and Daniela Westerbrook. I mean, they walk amongst us, I've realised, the dolphin folk. Oh, they're clever. They hide themselves by putting little bits of plastic in their nose. Tara Palmer Tompkinson, for instance. But you can catch them out. What you do is you show them a mirror and a rolled up £10 note, and that's how you catch them out. Of course, people want to swim with dolphins, don't they? I mean, swim with dolphins, but of course, dolphins can get a little bit sexy, can't they? Sexy? That's bestiality, isn't it? I mean, bestiality. I'm told that when you look at a dolphin, or when you touch a dolphin, it's like touching a hard-boiled egg. Well, bestiality makes me think of hairy things. You've got the rampant rabbit, haven't you? That's not hairy. Mind you, it is covered with warts. So basically, you're getting turned on by a rabbit that's covered with warts, it grinds its teeth. I'm surprised, actually, they don't have the deluxe myxomatosis version. It's got two kind of squidgy lumps on the side, and when you clench your breasts together, it kind of lets out a juice that lubricates you. Anyway, this thing about dolphins, I mean, it kind of leads nicely into that question that I mentioned earlier, which is, how do you make love to a mermaid? Well, there she is. It's your wedding night. She's there. She's gorgeous. She's got long hair. She has lovely big nipples. And that thing that all fishermen like, lovely, long, silver tail. She's laying on a bed and she says, darling, place me in the bath and I'll prepare myself for you. So you pick her up, you lay her in the bath, She says, just give me a moment and I'll be ready. Ready. You go into the bathroom and she hands it to you. That sack full of fish eggs, covered with little pieces of lace, so it's quite sexy. And that's why, chaps, never marry a mermaid, because you'll just end up tossing her over a cod rail on your wedding night. Thank you.